Hey guys, welcome to the third China Creator Hub event. So today we have a topic is about how to find your niche about creating content in China. So I believe all of you here are making content about China. So that's why you are in the group chat. Anyway, so very appreciative you guys patient for being here, take your time being here, and also sorry for the technical issues. So allow me to do an introduction. My name is Aiden, and I'm a full-time content creator, also co-founder of China Creator Hub. So this presentation will be me sharing my content creation journey about making content about China. So this is the outline of today. So we're gonna break it down into four parts. First is like introduce what is China Creator Hub. Second part is editing software that I'm using, and also about thumbnail design. Thumbnail is like the cover page of the video is called thumbnail, and also how I do my Chinese subtitles and English subtitles by using AI. So all these tools, I believe will save you a lot of times in the journey of content creation. So just stay tuned. Third part is how I find my niche content, how I start doing interviews basically, and then how I target Chinese audience and also a global audience. Fourth part is the most profitable platforms. So I think the fourth part is very important because if you, anyway, we'll save it to later. All right, so what is China Creator Hub and why we created China Creator Hub? So I was living in Shanghai and happened to meet a few friends, and then we just starting having massive dinners together, like with content creators, with people from different industry. So we just thought, why not we make a group chat, make a community, and because when you first beginning making content, it's quite hard. You feel quite lonely, and then you wanted to have people who be there to support you. And also like people can talk about making content about China. What are some things that should be aware of? Some scams or like sharing sponsored deals or just networking. That's why we make China Creator Hub. This is co-founders, four co-founders of us. So Kiki on the left, Charlie left second, and Matt. Cool. So little introduction of me. So my name is Aiden. I am Chinese. I studied abroad in America, Atlanta, Georgia for 4 years. And currently I have almost 200K across all the platforms. And I started in 2023, so it's been 2 years. And my channel of main focus is interviewing people in China. So I interview expats, life experience in China. I also find Chinese people to interview Chinese people, like about some, Chinese people's mindset. For example, like Chinese guys' point of view on dating, etc. That's what I do. And my main social is YouTube and Xiaohongshu and Instagram. So first part is CapCut, is the editing tools that I used. So we're gonna spend 10 minutes to go over how I edit my videos. First, there's two CapCut version actually. That's the Chinese CapCut and then there's the international version of CapCut, but the price is very different. I used the Chinese CapCut. It's like 500 RMB a year. Converted into euros is like 100 100 euros or 100 Australian dollars, less than 100 US dollars. And the versus CapCut is like $200 a year. So yeah, so you know what to decide. But the problem with Chinese CapCut is you cannot change the system setting to English. You cannot. You can only use it in Chinese. But the CapCut version you can change to multiple languages. All right. Um, Now I want to show you guys through the CapCut version, but 1 second. So here is how I make my videos. This is the Chinese CapCut version. That's what CapCut looks like. And this is a 22 minutes YouTube video. That's how I make it. So there's a lot of clips here. Uh, as you can see, I have like double subtitles. Mm. So a quick example is, so one editing trick is, for example, if you have two lines of subtitles divided Chinese and English, what if you want to change to one? You will see that you see they kind of like whatever together, and then what you do is like you push the lock button and you drag one down, and there you go, it's fixed. And then an issue with Chinese CapCut, the one problem, I think the biggest complaint about this app is like, for example, here, if you want to add a B shot into a image here, And then I want to enter B shot when he said specifically at this sentence. But what if you make changes here? What if you make changes like here? See, uh, the the main track it moves, but the image doesn't follow up. So this is the biggest problem with CapCut. So the only way to fix it is here. You turn off the main track, like it's like a magnet function. You turn it off, and then you go ahead and delete it. And then you have to manually select it all, select everything, and then you have to drag it together. This is the biggest problem of main track. Because like imagine like when you're making content, you are using multiple tracks, and then the image just doesn't stick to each other. This is kind of annoying. Okay, cool. Next part, editing trick is how I do my subtitles translation. It's actually very easy. I'm gonna use another example here. So on the English CapCut version, the subtitle, hold on. If you want to use the subtitle translation, you have to have the pro version, the auto caption. You have to have the pro version, which is like $500. So here's the trick. Um, what if you what if you use the Chinese CapCut and then you pay for $100 a year and then you use the auto caption from the Chinese CapCut? See, it's free. It's unlimited time, and then you export the file. At the bottom, there's a part says export the SRT file, and then into a little thing looks like this. If you use a MacBook system, it looks like this with the time code with with the text, and then you import it into the English CapCut version. Here, local caption, import file, and it's very easy. You just drag it down, and then it showed, and then you can edit based on here. It's kind of save your money, save your time as well. Um, yes, recommendations, and also like if I want to, cause I film, yeah, I will show you very soon like how I do my auto captions. One second. Here. So this is what a video looks like from me when I just finish film an interview. It looks like this. So if I wanted to, for example, if I wanted to zoom in, zoom out for the whole image, for example, if I want to zoom in like here, but this is like three clips, right? But the second one doesn't do the same effect. So the thing is you have to select everything and then enter a specific amount. Can be 150, can be 200. You can change the position, the X, Y to like something. Anyway, cool. And then this is some tricks. You have to add everything on the dashboard here. Um, yeah, it took me a while to figure it out. So cool. Another thing is how I convert, sorry, I can see the window. How I convert it into a vertical video. Here is the default. You can change to vertical and it becomes a vertical video. So if you also wanna, if you are like horizontal platform creator, you want to change it to vertical, that's what you do. And again, if you want to focus on the guest, you have to do it again. Copy the X rate, paste. Then the whole image becomes what you want. You can even change the Y rate to 100, make it a little, you know, like the faces in the center of the screen. And also make sure that you don't leave any blank spaces below. So yeah, that's why I prefer CapCut. It's just easy, it's cheap. I used to use Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, but so far I prefer CapCut. And also it's very budget friendly. I also know that Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve are also cheap, are also for free, like completely for free, but they don't have the features like auto captions and all these and that. And also like for Final Cut for this um CapCut, like whether the international version you use or the Chinese version you use, all these features, a lot of them are free. So you don't have to like go online, download it, sound effects, like transitions is all for free. With the diamond thing is like you have to pay for it, but all these are for free. So that's why I recommend the CapCut. But you can combine using you can just keep use the cheap like the free function, and then if you want to use the pay feature, just use the Chinese one. Okay, next part, how I do my Chinese subtitles. Again, let's come back to the SRT file here. What you do is you copy, and then you go to ChatGPT. That's it. Use ChatGPT, translate it into Chinese, and keep the original format. You just paste everything here. But I usually do 50 at a one time so the system doesn't mess up because it's not really smart enough, you know. And then it's gonna give you all these translation here, and then you just copy, go down, copy here, and then you paste into the link, paste into the thing. But the problem is it includes this little line. You have to delete it manually. Otherwise, the system won't recognize it. You have to manually delete them. And then you go back to CapCut, import file, import the same file, and they just uh, upload it. That's it. That's how you do, um, you know, multiple languages subtitles. And I think I shared it in the group chat many times. So if you still confused, you can look up the keyword ChatGPT or subtitle translation in the group chat. Yeah, hope this can be useful for you guys. Right, let me read the comments real quick. Yeah, Dante said you can also copy and paste the clip style onto other clips. Okay. At the animation size. Yes. Oh, okay. DaVinci has the auto caption too if you download the crack version. That's crazy. Sweet. Cool. Yes, ChatGPT files. All right, cool. All right, guys. Next, let's move on to. All right, I think I did talk about CapCut software problem is the check. It doesn't stick to each other. So make sure, you know, but DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro, it does, you know, stick to each other with the multiple tracks. All right, next slice. All right, one second. Thumbnail design. Can I drink some water? All right. So I mainly focus on the long version of video. So you can see this is my YouTube page. This is my Bilibili page. But my Bilibili page, my Bilibili sucks. I don't even have 10,000 followers. Make YouTube is my main platform. Um, First, like how I do my thumbnail. I use the app called Canva, whatever. And then I use Google AI to help me with the little details. So I use Canva. I make the background blurry. So for example, here, you know, this is the guest. I want the people to able to see the guest's face and reaction. So I like to, you know, make the background blurry so the person in front stands out a lot. And then with a little bit extra, like just making it interesting, I use like Google AI to say, hey, put a Chinese flag in the background or put a Chinese flag or American flag in the background so people knows that oh the guest is from America or from China is talking about China or America. Mm. Also, I think one thing I learned about thumbnail, a few things I learned about thumbnail design is um, when you upload the video, you cannot go back to change the video, but you can go back to change the thumbnails 100 times, 1,000 times. I still go back to change my thumbnails whenever I have a free time. Like for example, this video I posted 10 months ago, but I recently discovered the Google AI like last month. So I go back and I added a Chinese flag in the background. It just feels like, you know, just the China flag, you know, talking about China stands out a little bit. Yeah, that's a little tip here. So you should always go back to change your thumbnail if you make YouTube long videos because like people based on people click into your videos based on the thumbnail design. It's like first impressions, you know, like the shirt you wearing is kind of important. Like everyone judges everybody from the book cover. So next I want to talk about how the mindset behind I make the thumbnail is so. Let's take a look at the Chinese part. Yeah. Thank you, Dante. Yeah. Yeah. So I felt like if you want to make content for Chinese audience, you do need to recreate the thumbnail into more like Chinese reading friendly, because I assume not everyone can read the English thumbnail. So the thing I realized is for Chinese thumbnail, it's better to keep a thumbnail under like 5 characters, like this one. Foreign women travel in China for the first time. 第一次到中国, 5 words. But what it takes in English is like first time to China, first time in China, first time travel to China. The English text is quite long, but I think you can run on ChatGPT like how to make it into 5 Chinese characters. There's many ways. For example, like this video I interviewed my friend Matt. China is more suitable for living. 中国更宜居 is also 5 characters. It just makes the image very, very clear. Um, so yeah, that's something I learned. And also, what I say here. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I use the same strategy for like my YouTube platform or Chinese platform. But one thing is people ask me, should I put the text in the middle of the image or up? For me, if, I think everyone's style is different. So my idea is mm, interviewing people, so I would like to show the whole face of like the body language, the facial expressions. So that's why I leave it in the bottom. So also be careful of here, the bottom part, there's a time thing. So make sure it doesn't get blocked too much. Like this one is not a good example, but I think her story like was unique enough. That's why the videos got quite a bit of views. Like this one, 600K views. This one is just crisp, clear. The background, clean. The face, with also like, African American saying, I am Chinese. Like people would bring curiosity, like, no, that's impossible. That is BS. So I think thumbnail is like, you should make it interesting enough to bring curiosity. Like, this one, hold on. Let's find an example. Also, like if you can understand some Chinese slangs, like this one, it's actually a short clip, like 网购 YYDS. 网购 is like shopping online YYDS. But I felt like it's not controversial enough, so it's only got 4,000 views, which is pretty bad. But like this one, this video is trying to really safe, you know. Her facial expression is kind of looking, it is kind of catchy. It's my second time we post this video. I posted before, it's like 500,000 views on Bilibili, and I deleted all the videos on Bilibili because I was quite disappointed of Bilibili. But I think later we will talk about it why I was disappointed with Bilibili. It's all about the money. Okay, so two things, sum it up. Google AI and Canva. That's what I use for my thumbnail design. All right, next part, how I start doing interviews. Let me check some messages. How I find people to interview. Uh, long story, long story. Sometimes on the street, sometimes from Instagram DMs. Cool. So I start making my first video in 2023. I was traveling, and then I traveled to Thailand, Indonesia, and Australia. So I was in Brisbane, I was in a hostel, and I was talking with people like, oh, where are you guys traveling next? Everyone says, oh, Japan, South Korea, but no one ever said about China. So I went on YouTube and look, there's not many people making content about China. So I started making content about China. But I started with travel vlog style, and then it didn't get views at all. It's like a couple hundred views. It's so disappointing when you spend like a week and then you make a long version of video. It's so disappointing, and you just want to give up, after 10 videos. And then I stopped it posting on YouTube. I stopped posting long format for like 6 months. And then suddenly I saw a channel, some Japanese channels and South Korea channel. Sorry, they're interviewing people in South Korea and Japan, like interviewing expats, interviewing the locals. What's the reason that people living in this country? And then I started doing interviews. And I went over to Xiaohongshu, and then the first couple of videos, it's just like 60 seconds videos. Take me 2 or 3 hours to make, pretty easy. I can make one videos per day at least. And then the first couple of videos has got thousands of likes. And then I was like, wow, this works. Like if this works, then I can do the whole thing a bigger try on YouTube. So I went back to YouTube and I start doing the whole horizontal interview. That's my story. All right, next part is the most exciting part, how I start doing interviews and how you find your niche. So the fundamental idea behind it is you, like is what you want to do is the most important thing. It doesn't matter whoever tell you, you can get inspired from it, but it's you. So sum it up is what you want to do. Like what are you passionate about? What do you really want to do when you one day if one day you become a billionaire, what is something that you still enjoy doing? Like for me is I probably still making videos. So making videos. And second is what can you do? What skills you have? And the third is what is trending. You combine all these together, you find out the niche. So here's a typical example. A Chinese nationality person speaking fluent English, love to network, want to introduce China to the world. And the trending part is anything about China. And not much skills. Self-learning editing, self-learning filming. So I found out doing interviews or like not even interview, just like have a conversation with people. That's my niche. Let's give another example. What if you're a typical, not typical, that's not a good word. What if you're someone who loves Chinese food, who's learning Chinese language, or you play a little bit music instruments? So an idea might be more creative. You got to be more creative. You got to be doing things that no one else is doing. No one else have done it before on the internet. So why not mixing modern beats music with classical Chinese songs? That sounds like a hit. Even like translate Chinese poetry into English and then read it to people if you have excellent voice or you have like two eyeballs with different colors or you have a extremely confident face. Why not? So why not play music? If you love food and if you play instruments, why not like play music at a local Chinese restaurants and engage with some Chinese people? Better to play some Chinese songs. Maybe the Chinese people will sing it with you. So like you just gotta be creative. You gotta do what you want to do, you know? And then you write down all these ideas, combine into the niche you're doing. So that's my idea. And I think by doing that, you need to practice. You need to post like hundreds of videos of practice. You have like spend hours and then you find out your niche. And then your niche can be changing. Like for me, I'm not gonna do interviews for my whole life. I want to do a little bit more travel documentary. I want to do interviews not on the street but in the restaurants. I want to do a lot of different things. So it's all about what do you want to do, and then eventually you find people that enjoys your work. Yeah. So hope you guys like this. Ah, guys, I talk too fast. A bit tired. Cool. All right. Why should people follow you? So, why should people follow your account? I felt like if you want to make a video go viral, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. But people wouldn't follow you because your video go viral. People follow you because you are constantly bringing value to people. That's humanity. So I think three reasons. First is like you're providing new information. Like my videos, I'm interviewing people's life experience living in China. What's it like living in China as let's say a Portuguese speaker, someone from Brazil, someone from America. Someone from America, do you get a lot of hate from Chinese people? Would you ever get hate by Chinese people? So you're providing information. Second is your content is unique. I think by now no one else is doing interview about China. So third is like you keep providing information. So hope you guys can, you know, give you some food for thought. And another three key points that a single video can go viral is first is relatable. Give an example, like give a positive example. I can't think of any. Anyway, second is you gotta be funny. Like people find it funny or make people laugh. It doesn't have to be always funny, So I think like three these key elements, if you match one or two, the video wouldn't do too bad. And third is like unexpected. So for example, you break in someone's, oh, I think the earth is flat. That's like unexpected. And then you start proving it why the earth is flat. Uh, yeah, we're not gonna go far about that. Yes, so that's what I think. Part three, the last second part is how I target Chinese audience and international audience. I think so majority content creators I know they're in person. I think most people only do well in one platform. There's only one YouTuber is crazy good, Blondie in China. Like she has like similar following amount on her Chinese platforms and also Western platforms. And yeah, that's it. She's the only one I found unique. So I think I'm trying to be like the person like I also able to target both sides of audience. I believe m many of you guys do. So how I find topics is I use ChatGPT. I talk to ChatGPT like, hey, ChatGPT, I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to interview, for example, tomorrow I'm going to Lizzie. She's a South African YouTuber making content about China. So I think she kind of like comparing China to America, like why New York subway is less advanced than a subway in China. So I would just ask ChatGPT like more details better. The more details, the better. Mm. And also you can even ask ChatGPT like, oh, I want to present it for Asian or Chinese audience as well. What do you say? And also help you generate the title. All these titles are generated by ChatGPT after I give the structure, run a couple of times. So I felt like there's no there's no th such a thing like, oh, you can only target one side of the audience. There's no such thing. I think a good content is a good content. Um, if you talk about things that in the West, maybe a little bit, some Chinese people wouldn't feel related. For example, if you want to translate a American joke, English joke into Chinese, mm, sometimes might be hard to resonate. But if you translate it correct, maybe like a poetry, we do have a saying in Chinese which is similar. If you're able to find that, then you find it more relatable. All right, let's take a look at some topics. If you like a foodie, you want to make content about Chinese food because China is so big. Like even I'm Cantonese. Like when I just moved to Sichuan, I had like a huge culture shock. I was like, oh wow, every single dish is so red here, and travel from the south to Sichuan is just so random, so difficult because my stomach has to adjust. So for example, like how Chinese food changed my view of healthy eating. It can be, I mean, this topic I feel like you have to have some knowledge about Chinese food. Like not all these Chinese food are oily, not Chinese, all the Chinese food are fried. There are some Chinese food like steam cook, some are just like taste like porridge. Some are pretty healthy. So this is some example. So I think it's more like the creativity behind it and also like the understanding of Chinese culture. For example, if you really want to share some culture facts about, let's say, Mexico, Mexican culture, and then you can run it into ChatGPT. Like for example, we have a saying in Mexican, the first cup of the first cup coffee in the morning is always the best, something something, and then you can ask that ChatGPT, oh, do you have a similar saying in Chinese? Then you can find it relatable. Sweet. Everyone good? Next one. All right, last part. Ah, sorry, I speak kind of fast. Revenues. So this is there's only two platforms I strongly recommend everyone should focus on. The only two. One is YouTube, one is 小红书. I will explain it. So my YouTube videos, I post long version. It's like 20 minutes. I also post shorts. So here one example on the right. This has like 1 million something views, and I got like almost 200 USD. Mm, so people ask me, like, like some people make long format, some people make shorts. Is the revenue the same? I think it's pretty similar. For example, it take me a week to edit a long format video, like 20 minutes. Usually the footage is like 2 hours. I cut it down into 20 minutes. So 1 week I can only produce one long video. But shorts, I can post two shorts every day if I really want to push myself. So like I felt like the quantity and then also the amount of time you put into a video just very different. So for example, like if one long video, some if I have like I never make 1 million views. If I make like 200K views, I probably got a couple $100. But if I make a few shorts over 1 million views, I have the same amount of the money. And it's way easier to make shorts. So I think you don't need to worry about, general revenue on YouTube. If you're making shorts, you just post it. So usually my shorts range is like it's like 30, 60 seconds. Sometimes it's like 90 seconds. So yeah, do YouTube. YouTube has three types of income. One is like what's it called? Premium subscriptions. Um, it's like you have members only videos. Second is YouTube pay by views. Like what I'm getting right here is all pay by views. It's connected with Google. You can set it up, and as a Chinese citizen, I get 10% taxes. Some other countries may be higher. I know there's one country I think was in the US is like 40% taxes. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, also shorts pays well. So that's everything about YouTube. So if you guys want to ask me questions, you can leave it till the end. We'll have a Q&A section. Next platform is Xiaohongshu, the most profitable platform in China. It's not Douyin, it's not Kuaishou, it's not Bilibili. Xiaohongshu is the best platform to have sponsors. This is all the sponsors I got. I didn't work with them. I didn't work with some of them. This is just like proposed. So once you have 1,000 followers on Xiaohongshu, if you have a foreign passport, it's a bit harder. Like we talked about this in the last Zoom call. You have to have a Chinese ID in order to open the program, or you have to have MCN company. Yeah, that's very, very troublemaker. Anyway, if you want to know how exactly you can, open the Xiaohongshu program. The program is called Pugong program. You can check out our last Zoom call. We uploaded on our YouTube. So some example here. The first one is actually a Chinese EV brand. Offer 8,000 yuan for one post. It's like 1,200 US dollars. JD, Jingdong, it's like shopping platform like Taobao. Offer 11,000 yuan. McDonald's, I cannot tell you how much they offer. It's classified. This one, you also get something like this, like a random Chinese picture, someone's profile with a name says "keep fighting," and then but it's actually Canon. So it doesn't mean that they are scam. So all the brands on Xiaohongshu are not directly the brand. It's actually the agents. Like the brands look for multiple agents. The agents look out to look for the um, bloggers, and then the agent takes a cut. For me, usually it's like 25% to 35% commission. I have to give it to the agents, and then 10% of the platform fee. So usually what I'm getting is like 60% or 55%. And like now you have to pay taxes as well. Before you don't have to, but the new laws you have to. But still, if you if you're getting 4,000 RMB a month, I think maximum I can do like four sponsors in a month. Um, like so if I'm full time, so I can, but not all the time you can get sponsors. If you get like even like two sponsors per month, like if you're renting a place in Shanghai, your rent is guaranteed, and then you do YouTube, then you can fully be like a full-time creator. Okay, that's everything. So I highly recommend do Xiaohongshu. Douyin also pay. Douyin is more like live streaming. I read over the comments very soon. So in summary, this is everything I use for my content creation, the Chinese CapCut, Google AI for my thumbnail design, YouTube, ChatGPT, Canva, Xiaohongshu, and YouTube. All right, Q&A part. If you guys haven't followed us on the our official Instagram accounts, please scan over here, or you can type in China Creator Hub. All right. Have you from yoga? Have I tried Opix Clip? Never heard of that. You could put your long form piece of content into that. Oh, handles the framing, clipping, and subtitling. Sweet. I will check it out. Thank you so much. From Matt. Do you find your old shorts continue to get views over time similar to? Yes, it's very strange. So my old videos on YouTube, which I post like a year ago, is still giving views. But the old videos I post on Xiaohongshu or Chinese platform, it stopped getting views. It's like almost like stopped and dead. It's very strange. So like personally, I like YouTube the most. YouTube is like my number one focus. Like one day I can give out all the platforms, but YouTube is not. I will never give out on YouTube. Yeah, my videos on old videos, shorts, long format, I still get views on YouTube, and I still get revenue from YouTube. I have 17K followers on Xiaohongshu, but I stopped posting for the year last year. I use my girlfriend's ID to join the program? Yeah, I think you can, but what if you break up? I'm not saying you will, but you gotta think about it because like from our last Zoom call, our guest Diego shared that there are a lot of dramas happened, especially like with expats have a Chinese partner and then they have a relationship issues and then it just it can get very tricky. So be very careful and also very careful with signing up with the MCN company. So check out our previous video for more details. Dante, they gave me so much money when I stream on Douyin, but they don't let me anymore. Yeah, Douyin, the reason that expat foreigners do live streaming is like, for example, let's say sponsor, you have to talk with the sponsor, you have to film the video, you have to make the video. I think if you can do like four sponsors every month, it's like maximum. But live streaming is different. How live streaming works, live streaming is huge in China. Like people simply just giving you money buying you gift on the live streaming because they like you, because they want to hear you talk. It's very weird concept. So the thing about live streaming in China is you can live stream all day and you can make money all day, all hours. As long as you can be on the screen and people giving you money, paying you presents, then you can live stream. So if you want to do live stream, yeah, I think live streaming is a pretty good business in China. But now I know Douyin takes 50% of the income. So yeah, maybe you can open your own company and do your own live streaming. Yeah. Mm, from Michael, had no idea Xiaohongshu is so lucrative for Chinese citizens. Yeah. Everyone, for everyone. Yeah. I mean, doesn't matter where you're from, they take a lot of commissions. Tia, are you sure you need a Chinese ID for Xiaohongshu? Open the sponsorship program without MCN. I'm pretty sure you have to. Okay, I'm pretty
We
sure.
might need to check that because I've been paid through Xiaohongshu and
Oh, you did?
using my foreign passport. Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. Hold on. Uh, oh wow. Okay, how they pay you? Is it from Alipay through Alipay or WeChat Pay?
Well, it's sitting in Xiaohongshu. I haven't tried to withdraw it yet.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, good to know that. So you join the program without, you can just put your passport information.
Yeah, from memory, I did need like I think I've got elevated service and they helped me align like the Australian passport didn't align with my Alipay, so they like flipped the words for me manually. So you might just need to contact support.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's very good sharing. Thank you so much.
no worries.
Okay. So Matt, how long does it take for you to create a short form video from the idea shooting to ad? Do you have a system in place? Um, it's weird. I don't have a system because it depends on what kind of video I'm making. So for example, I can interview just one guest um, and then either like for sponsors or what. So I would. So there's three types. Sponsor video. I make it and I edit and I post it. Quick, in and out, very quick. Usually take me like if it's like long format video, take me like 2 or 3 days maximum if I really push it, like couple 6 hours a day. And then another type is like I found multiple guests. For example, ABC living in China. It can take me 2 months to find guests. Okay, Jake, do you post on Bilibili? Yes, I post on Bilibili. Bilibili doesn't make money. It used to be very profitable, but Bilibili doesn't make money now. I'm pretty disappointed. Um, yeah, I mean, the same views I have on YouTube, Bilibili pay me like 100 RMB. So I'm like, why? Why would I do it? But here's the thing, about Chinese sponsors is like if you one day if you're very big, like multi-billion, like 100,000 of followers, like the contract in China, for example, if you're able to get a Huawei brand, Xiaomi brand, they will ask you, do you have other platforms to post for free? And then either for free or like as a set, as a combo, and then they raise up your price a little bit. For example, I have Xiaohongshu, I have Douyin, I have Kuaishou, I have WeChat channel, whatever other doesn't monetize platform, but some of the sponsors they want them, want more traffic as possible, they will raise up your sponsor deal. So, but I don't know. Personally, I like to keep it simple. I don't want to have too many platforms. I just basically hate those platforms. Anyway, but you should treat it if you're doing content about China, you should treat it like a business. You shouldn't be like me, like, oh, I hate this, I hate that. No, you should do it. No, don't listen to me about that. Tia, have you withdrawn money from platforms? Oh, okay, not about me. Um, do you, do you have a script mined in video already? Do you think through footage later and see what vibe in question? Yes, I do have a script. At beginning of content creation, I do not have script, but the more I do, the more scripts, the more detail I would do, the more plan through, the more think through, the more effort I put before I actually film the video. Like example is like if you're making too unique content, you might not get views. If you're being too creative, because like for example, why food content about food are so viral? Because everybody is into eating. But if you want to talk about what is it like living in a, I don't know, can give you some examples. Like what is like playing Xbox in China? What's the Xbox community like in China? Probably no one cares. It's too small. So plan through, think through, make sure your time won't be wasted. That's my lessons. Because before I spend so much time on the video, I was like, wow, I'm so creative in this video. And it turns out to be a flop. But sometimes YouTube is like, if the video doesn't go viral, doesn't catch up the views in a few days, usually if it's a good video, it might catch up views a couple months later. I have videos like this. It's like first couple weeks doesn't get views, couple thousand, and then suddenly to 100,000. There are videos like this. Okay. Yeah, I would say do some planning ahead, do some research on YouTube, and try to do if there are successful examples on YouTube. Like there's a topic already went viral, so you should do a similar topic. That's very safe, play it safe. What productivity is feasible for someone with full-time job for a student that cannot detect 6 hours a day? Well, I felt like, yes, a beginning of content creation is definitely quantity over quality because you need a lot of time to practice. You need to add hundreds of videos. You try to produce them, and then you improve your skills by reading the comments, by analyzing your own videos. I feel like content creation can be a part-time job. It can be always be a part-time income for you. So you don't really need to think about it, especially if you're a student. It's actually nice. If you start doing it now, like when you graduate, you might be full-time. You maybe even reach out to the goal of being full-time uh, before you graduate. But it took me a year and a half to be full-time, like financially support myself. Took me a year and a half. A year actually. Quantity first, yeah, with short forms. No, quantity doesn't mean that you're putting low effort. I felt like short, you do have to put a lot of efforts into it. Like, um, it's like there are some videos. For example, there's a girl called Melissa in China, American girl. She has a Chinese husband. Her shorts are so viral. It's all voiceover. It's just crazy. I try to study into it. I feel like she might be used to be like a a writer or something. She just like a storytelling just perfect. I feel like content creation is a storytelling. Every short video you put out there is a storytelling. It's a complete story. So it doesn't mean that you just like low effort. It's actually storytelling. Oh, the vibe. Yeah, her voice is like pretty cool too. Yeah, Melissa in China. Yeah. All right, guys. Any more questions? All right. I will stick around for a little while because it's pretty early. And also, if you guys like to give us a feedback, appreciate it. If you're in Shanghai tomorrow morning, Shanghai crew is doing a Shanghai morning run, so check it out in the group chat. Yeah, I wish I can be there. Oh yeah, the viewers feels like they're experiencing with her. True. Like even for local Chinese, her video is pretty interesting. No problem, guys. Pleasure to be in here. Yeah, anyone got questions, please hop on the call. Dante, first time seeing you in the Zoom call. Welcome back to China.
Yeah. Well, I've always been in New York, I think, or just like running around. I'm so happy to be back in China for so long this trip.
Mm. Are you living in China for good now, or?
I think I'm going to move to China in January, and
Ooh,
my MCN wants me to move sooner, and I'm like, you guys are greedy. It's only
hmm,
2 months away.
that's nice.
So
Huh, January is
yeah,
like
I think
Chinese New
I
Year.
yeah, so I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll see. I'll figure something out. But I think I'll live in Shanghai.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
felt like because like from our group members, we have like half people in Shanghai, half everywhere. So I felt like Shanghai
Yeah.
just, just easy to collab, easy to networking.
Yeah, and easy to get around the country because I travel so much for business collaborations that I can like fly out of Shanghai or like take the train or whatever really easily.
Okay. Yo, would you like to share a little detail with your contract with the MC? I'm just curious to know.
Uh, share what was that?
Like your little like what's your contract like with the MCN? Cause you're quite
Oh,
big
it's
in
not.
China. You're quite big in China, man, for real. That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. I really got the blessing of like all my fans. They really just supported me so much. I didn't realize it until I came here. But yeah, my contract is kind of okay. Um, they take 60% commission unless I start earning like a really high amount, which I'm okay with honestly because I can't do business negotiations and they're like pulling really good deals out of thin air for me sometimes. Um, and I got with like a really good lawyer who made it like down to 3 years, which I think is really good because they invested already like a lot of work into my videos to help translate everything and manage like 5 or 6 accounts. Um,
Okay.
and so yeah, after 3 years we can renegotiate or I can go to a different MCN. It's pretty good, but they're just like a little bit too greedy sometimes.
Business is a business, man. Oh, wow. But
Yeah.
they don't own your account, right?
No, if I break the contract or if I don't produce 6 videos every month, then they do get my Chinese accounts.
Okay.
So, but that's easy for me. 6 is like, some months I make like 10 easy. But yeah, like if if I'm like super busy and holidays or traveling or whatever, then 6 is kind of like a good minimum. But yeah, I haven't had too many issues. They did kind of get weird with me. When I told them I was going to start doing YouTube and working with like a different company to edit long form videos, they're like, "Oh, you have to give us like a percent of your YouTube revenue." And I was like, "Ha ha ha ha. That
Nah.
is not what my contract says. That's crazy that you even said that." So I'm kind of like keeping an eye on them now, and I might like hire a lawyer to audit them at some point. Sorry if
Mm.
that's too much drama and information, but
Nah, that's useful. It's very useful. Yeah, I signed with the 1CM last year, and then 2 months later, I just stopped the contract. Not because they bad, just because like they didn't bring me good brands. So well, I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I was keeping an eye out for any good MCN, but I never signed with any ever since then. So would you recommend people to sign with ACM? Oh, he's gone. Okay, anyone got questions? Yeah, or like hop on the call, feel free to hop on the call, or like even just ask unrelated questions with a Zoom call. Can be just anything about content creation.
I just asked it in the chat. I'll just say it out loud. Did you get high profile contracts that you showed us from MCNs or by your own networking or the brands reached out to you directly or to your MCN or what?
Okay, sorry, didn't quite understand the question. Do I get high profile contract from MCN or by your own networking? Oh, not by my own networking. Is yeah, I have a network with MCN in China, which is my maybe my next steps. I don't know. They usually just reach out on Xiaohongshu, reach out, send you an email because I have my email directly on my account, so they just send you email. So yeah.
Another question is MCN like Monk Entertainment and like influencer marketing management services or because I'm a little confused because I'm not
Uh,
getting a good answer
okay.
online when I'm looking it up.
Okay, you can basically understand it stands for managing multi-channel networking. So it basically is like an agent company. For example, like I think the
Okay,
reason Dante was a lot of people like just moved to China. They don't know anybody, they don't have any networking. So like MCN is like able to give you more brands. For example, if you sign with an MCN company, they will constantly reach out to you, giving you brand options, and then you can pick which one you want to work with. They have like thousands of like vloggers within the company, but once you sign with one MCN, you cannot sign with others. Mostly that's the case.
I
So
see.
yeah,
It's like an agency.
agency, yes.
And is it like modeling? Like you have to be signed for an MCN to get certain brands, or
No, you
you
don't.
don't need to have an MCN at all?
You don't have
Or
to. You don't
No,
have
you
to.
don't. You don't have to. Yeah.
You don't have to.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like once you have like 50K, 40K on Xiaohongshu, the bigger brands will reach out to you. Just, I mean, they're not gonna pay a lot as they supposed to, but they still will reach out to you. So it's more depends on the type of content you're doing. For example, if you're doing
I
camera
see.
reviewing, so definitely like camera brands will reach out to you.
I see. Oh, and isn't 60% too high for a commission for an MCN? Or is that normal in China or in
I
this industry?
okay. I actually don't know. I forgot my contract. I really don't know about like how much percentage is normal. Yeah, but personally, I pay 35 to agencies. Like when brands reach out to me, it's like the agents reach out to me. I have to pay 35. Yeah.
I
Do any
see.
of the MCMs also do like editing work, like reformatting your long form videos into shorts or anything like that?
Are you talking about clips? I think
Yeah,
those are
like clips,
individual.
yeah.
Yeah, those are like the live streaming clips company. Those are the individual companies. I haven't heard like any company does two things together. So definitely
Okay.
companies out there they're doing clips for you. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Jake.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
too,
had
Aiden.
another question.
Yes, please go for it.
So I have a lot of footage. It's my only problem is editing it to a high quality and then posting it. So how worth it is it to just pay someone or put in favors so that somebody else edits for you? Or is it better if I just do everything myself to get the skills?
You say you just start doing content creation, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've
definitely,
created for a while, but the first time I'm actually seriously thinking about it.
how many followers do you have total?
Nine, total, like 100. If you count all of my Instagram accounts, maybe 1,500.
Okay. 1500. Nah, do it yourself. Cause like,
Okay.
yeah, even uh, I'm just gonna be straightforward. Like, you don't even know what kind of content you want to produce. How the heck you can tell someone to produce content for you, you know? They're just gonna make craps and a waste of time to communicate. Cause like I used to have editors, and then I actually spend way too much time, way too much energy communicating with them. I'd rather use the time and energy edit a video my own. But eventually, I have to hire editors. If it goes up like a actual business, eventually I have to. But now I really don't have the energy to tell my editors what to do. And sometimes like, cause it's like the CapCut, the Chinese version, we have like a team working function. It's like when you upload the draft and then you can edit from what the last person finished. And for my editor, I have to fix a little errors for myself. It just doesn't click. So I felt like you should just do it your own until the day
Yeah,
you,
I'll
yeah.
especially it depends on what kind of content you want to make. Because I'm also in kind of the same situation. I'm in the same spot because I have like, let's say 30 days of content I filmed in China, and then I have like 3 terabytes of like travel blogs in Latin America. And I kind of want to like hire an editor